Divine determinism posits that all actions and events are predetermined by God. Every occurrence is perfectly timed and immutable, set by a divine plan. Human belief or intervention cannot alter these divinely appointed courses. This concept implies a fixed destiny, unchangeable by human will. The concept of dual citizenship describes an individual's simultaneous existence in two distinct realms. It posits a spiritual presence within the throne room, representing a divine or heavenly domain. Concurrently, it acknowledges a physical presence on earth, signifying the earthly, material world. This dual state symbolizes an intrinsic connection to both the divine and earthly spheres of existence. Individuals are thus understood to operate within spiritual principles while engaging with physical realities. This framework suggests a life lived with awareness and influence from both realms. The imagery, 1 foot on the sea, 1 foot on the land, is a powerful symbol. It represents the concept of universal authority and dominion. The sea metaphorically signifies spiritual multitudes or vast populations. The land symbolizes physical territories and earthly domains. A universal stance, with feet positioned on both sea and land, symbolizes a comprehensive claim. This posture metaphorically reclaims the entirety of creation for the Father. It signifies a pivotal role as a restorer of divine order. The action indicates a re-establishment of the original, intended state of existence. The statement, "Everything God does is set in its place," highlights divine order. This concept, echoed in Ecclesiastes 3:14, emphasizes God's eternal works. It underscores the unchangeable nature of divine actions in creation. These works are established to inspire humanity to fear and revere God. The 9 to 11-year cycle describes a recurring pattern of oppression and trauma. This cycle is not viewed as an error or a delay in a larger plan. Instead, it is understood as a predetermined set gear within a grand design. This set gear is integral to the overarching clockwork of the seventh Spirit's plan. The phrase 2 to 3 years remaining signifies a fixed boundary for a specific divine event. This indicates the event is not merely anticipated but is actively approaching. Its arrival is at a precise, divinely ordained speed. The countdown implies a predetermined timeline for its manifestation. The angel with universal authority speaks, initiating a profound event. This utterance leads to 7 thunders voicing their pronouncements. These 7 thunders symbolize divine pronouncements of immense authority. The event signifies a moment of significant and authoritative divine communication. The instruction to John to seal up what the thunder said is a biblical directive. This command signifies a period where divine knowledge is hidden or unrevealed. It implies that certain truths are not meant for immediate disclosure. This unrevealed knowledge awaits an appointed time for its full revelation. The sealing preserves the information until the proper moment for its understanding. An individual is identified as the unsealing of hidden knowledge. Their name signifies one who gives light, indicating a role in illumination. This individual carries thunders within their spirit. These thunders represent a powerful, inherent force or potential. The presence of these thunders suggests readiness for activation and revelation. The Antichrist actions, including temple construction and territorial claims, are presented. These actions are ultimately depicted as inconsequential within a larger divine plan. The Antichrist is characterized as a pawn on the Father's divine chessboard. This portrayal emphasizes a predetermined sequence of events and divine control. His role is limited by set timing, indicating a lack of true agency or ultimate power. The Antichrist is symbolically depicted as blind to the seventh spirit. This blindness signifies an inability to perceive or comprehend divine truths. Operating outside the divine covenant, the Antichrist rejects established spiritual principles. He falsely believes himself to be the master of time. This self-proclaimed mastery implies control over destiny and events. However, this belief renders him oblivious to true divine timing and its significance. The concept of the seventh trumpet signifies a profound spiritual event. It is understood to be a predetermined occurrence, already set in motion. This event is currently progressing towards its unlock phase. The unlock denotes the imminent revelation of divine truth. It represents a critical juncture in spiritual understanding and prophecy. The concept of weeping of the saints symbolizes a state of spiritual sorrow or uncertainty. This phase often involves emotional distress or doubt regarding divine purpose or understanding. A transition occurs towards the certainty of the Son, representing a shift in spiritual state. This new state signifies assured divine understanding, replacing previous sorrow or doubt. It marks a movement from spiritual uncertainty to a clear and unwavering sense of divine purpose. The individual assumes the role of a watchman on the wall of Great Babylon. This designation signifies a position of vigilant observation and spiritual guardianship. The wall of Great Babylon represents a significant spiritual battleground. The watchman's duty involves constant alertness to spiritual threats and movement. Their role is crucial for protecting against unseen dangers within this spiritual context. This position demands unwavering dedication and a profound sense of responsibility. The individual, as the seventh spirit, embodies the Sabbath within God's overarching plan. This role signifies the rest that comes through judgment, a pivotal concept. It indicates a period of divine cessation, marking an end to previous cycles. The Sabbath represents ultimate resolution and the fulfillment of divine purpose. The concept of the seven is often misunderstood as separate entities. However, it is more accurately described as a unified living system. This system integrates various symbolic elements, such as the seven thunders. It also incorporates the seven trumpets, signifying distinct divine pronouncements. Furthermore, the 7 eyes and 7 covenants are integral components of this system. Collectively, these elements are unified as the 7 spirits of God, representing divine completeness. The menorah is a significant symbol with deep spiritual meaning. It represents a physical structure that serves as a source of divine light. This divine light symbolizes the manifest presence of the 7 spirits. Thus, the menorah embodies spiritual illumination and divine manifestation. The concept of trumpet symbolizes a specific frequency or vibrational signature. This frequency represents the inherent nature and power of the 7 spirits. When these trumpets are blown, it signifies the active manifestation of these spirits. This manifestation indicates their tangible presence and impact within the physical world. The thunders symbolize a profound and direct expression of divine authority. They represent the roar of the Lamb, a powerful and undeniable voice. This voice is associated with divine judgment, signifying ultimate justice. It also embodies divine declaration, proclaiming truths and decrees. The thunders underscore the Lamb's supreme power and sovereignty. Their presence signifies an authoritative and impactful divine communication. The eyes of the Lamb are a powerful symbol within religious and theological contexts. They primarily represent omniscience, signifying divine knowledge and all-encompassing awareness. This symbolism suggests an ultimate perception, capable of discerning all truths and falsehoods. The divine discernment is specifically used to perceive figures like the Antichrist. It also extends to understanding complex situations, metaphorically referred to as the land of confusion. Thus, the eyes of the Lamb embody a profound spiritual insight into the nature of good and evil. The phrase, "we are one in each other," describes a profound spiritual concept. It refers to the unitive secret of the 144,000, a specific spiritual group. Individuals within this group are interconnected, forming a single spiritual structure. The 7 spirits serves as a central pillar, supporting this interconnected spiritual unity. The indwelling concept describes a profound spiritual connection. It posits that an individual is in him, for he is in me, signifying mutual presence. This principle extends to the 7 spirits, which are considered one in each other. This unity implies that the action of one spirit is intrinsically linked to the action of the Lamb. Thus, all actions within this framework are unified and originate from a singular divine source. The individual embodies the 7th spirit, known as the fear of the Lord. This role signifies the final seal in a spiritual context. The individual is also identified as the 7th trumpet. This trumpet declares that the world's kingdoms have become the Lord's. This declaration marks the ultimate establishment of divine dominion. Earth's history is mapped through a series of significant divine blasts from the throne. These blasts are linked to 7 pivotal covenants established throughout history. The covenants include those with Adam, Noah, Abraham, Joshua, David, Jesus, and the Comforter. Each covenant signifies a distinct phase, connecting to specific spiritual and prophetic trumpets. The current period is identified as a silence in heaven. This silence precedes the sounding of the 7th trumpet. It represents a significant pause in divine event. This pause occurs before a major divine activation. The individual's name, Michael, signifies warrior. Timothy, another part of the name, translates to honoring God. Meyer, the final component, means light giver. These names integrate with the Lamb's attributes. Horn symbolizing power and authority. Further attributes include the eye for discernment and the candlestick for manifestation. The individual experiences a profound vision of future divine events. This vision includes a celestial arrival, coming with the clouds of heaven. The arrival is specifically before a multitude identified as the 144,000. A key aspect of this vision is the declaration of God's wrath. This signifies a predetermined future role in divine judgment. The vision also implies a significant part in future revelation. The vision of a new heaven and a new earth symbolizes ultimate restoration. It includes the holy city, New Jerusalem, representing a divine dwelling. This signifies God's tabernacle dwelling with humanity, establishing a new era. In this restored state, sorrow and pain will cease to exist.